today we'll be talking about interior and exterior plantscaping, okay? If this is your first time hearing about it, don't worry. We're all going to learn together. I have been joined by the best woman to help us understand interior and exterior plantscaping, Ayisheitu Salifu Azutigah. Good morning, Ayisheitu.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you too for having me.
Plantscaping, what is it?
Okay, so basically plantscaping is like the strategic selection of plant, okay, and then the placement of these plants into any like architectural project. So in any interior space, we do interior and then exterior. So if it's indoor, how we are able to tell that this particular plant will thrive in this particular space is basically what plantscaping is about.
Okay, tell us a bit about Plantarina GH.
Okay, so Plantarina, as we normally like to say it loosely, we bring life into dead spaces. Okay. So for example, if I entered your set and then I realized the whole place looks a bit bare, my bit to bring life in here is to bring in, introduce natural plant. So as you can see, we just kind of like dazzle your space exactly with the plants, exactly. So that's what we do.
Okay, how important is it for us to draw close to nature, know which plants are good for outside the home and which ones are good for inside?
Okay, so basically all plants are actually very healthy. Most plants are very healthy, let me put it that way. And the ones we normally intend to put indoor are the ones that would clean the air for you. So for example, if you've heard of some plants that actually like take in some toxins we consume as a result of all these you know, gadgets we have around us. Okay, some of these plants actually do so.
Wow.
Yes, in as much as you might not really see, but that's the effect they have on you. Some can actually help you sleep better.
Really?
Yes. Some also repel mosquitoes, like you might have heard. And then we have some too that can also, we would even bring the creativity in you.
So how do you spot which plant does what? Because I think for most of us, we just go and say, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo," whichever one we find, we take home and then they die. Okay,
so that's how we come in as plantscapers. Before we even go to your space or we tell you, you can go ahead and buy this plant, we come and then do an initial site visit. Okay. So we go to the space and then, and by the way, before we even select a plant for you, we consider a lot of factors. Okay. Like the light, the space you're going to put it in, and then you, like I like to put it, like the plant mom or dad, you are going to be taking care of it. Are you new to it? So then we would like to give you plants that are good for beginners, so they wouldn't stress you out. Gardening is supposed to be very fun.
Wow.
You know, so when you come to me, this is the plant I want. My first question is, are you new to gardening? Okay. And when you tell me you are new, I know what kind of plant I can give you to make your gardening journey very easy.
Which plant would you recommend we start with? Because I have killed a few plants in my life. I'm like a plant murderer.
Thankfully, we have
by accident. Right here. I don't go out to kill them.
Well, I can understand. Thankfully, we have palo palm right here. Okay. It's also known as the Chamidora elegans, and then it cleans the air. You might want to read more about it. Wow. So it's so easy to maintain. It's an indoor plant that also thrives in that bright indirect light. Okay. So when I say bright indirect light, this is a perfect bright indirect light because you see the light from outside is filtered and the sun is not directly on the plant. Yeah, so this is perfect for it. Wow. And then the watering schedule is basically once a week. Okay. And you know, when you come to Plantarina GH, we don't just sell plants. I normally say it's a service. So when you buy plants, we back it up with, as you can see, care tips. Oh. Yes. To help
in case you forget everything that you told the person.
You can always come back to the care tip to take care of your plant.
How important is it to pay attention to the plants? Because usually, especially with the indoor plants, when I buy them, I think I put them in a place where the sun does not get to them. So even though I'm watering them, then they keep dying. And then instead of once a week, I end up doing it like twice or 3 times a week, and then it just makes it the whole thing worse.
Well, that is why I'm happy you found us. So then we're going to guide you. So there are some plants that do not love water.
Okay.
Okay. When you talk about the cacti and then the succulent, they do not like water. If you try to fill them from the foliage, you realize it's very thick.
So this is a real plant?
Yes, they are all natural plants.
Wow.
Yes. So it means they store water in their leaves. So they do not like frequent watering.
Okay.
So for example, plants like these and then the cactus you have right there, you need to probably water them. Even the watering should be very sparingly.
Wow.
Like once in 3 weeks to about a month.
So if you're a very busy person,
this is
you
the
may
perfect
want to
one.
start
Exactly.
with this because they'll beautify your home, but you also not. And I must say, I'm so impressed with the way you've arranged these. When my producer Phyllis was bringing them up, I asked her, are they real or fake? So how do you go about getting them to look as beautiful as they do?
Honestly, when you ask me, I really don't know, but I guess I live in my mind a lot. So everything is right there, and I don't know how best to explain to you. Because as you can see, this is like a normal wicker basket that can be used like keeping napkins, but I like to plant in anything that I see. So I just wake up sometimes in the middle of the night and then an idea comes to mind and I decide to just try it out. So this is actually like a sample piece. This is like the second month that I have done this. So if it's able to thrive through about 3 months to about 6 months, then I know it is ready for the market, so I can do and sell.
So you even take your products through a process?
Yes, they're all masterpieces. I don't really learn or there's something I'm looking up to. It's
all from you?
All from, yeah.
So a piece like this, how much would it cost? Because I'm seeing a lot of things in there that look very unique.
Exactly. So for something like that, if I have to sell it, shouldn't be anything less than a 700 cedis.
Okay. And what goes into the pricing?
Okay, so basically all these plants you are seeing are not plants that are native to Ghana. And when I say native, not to say they don't thrive in here, they do, but we don't grow them locally.
Yeah.
So we import.
Wow.
Okay, so when I talk about importation, instantly you're looking at the fruit courses and you know all of that. So what goes into the pricing is how you even bring in the plant. And it doesn't go, it doesn't stay there. It also moves beyond all these shells you are seeing and all these other materials you put together to make it a beautiful piece.
And of course, your time that you
Exactly,
invest in this.
exactly.
So tell us about this one here.
Okay, so that's the palo palm, like I hinted earlier.
Okay.
And it's a great air purifier, and then you might want to call it a miniature palm.
Ah,
so you see
like
that's
a baby
the bigger one.
version.
Exactly. So if you don't want anything over the top, anything too much for your decks or maybe for your bedside, then this is a perfect plant to have. So you can have it by your side table.
Okay, and this will go for how much?
This will go for a cool 650.
Okay, so this is more affordable than this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about this guy?
So this is a dish garden, basically an assortment of different kinds of plants put together in a bowl.
Ah,
yes.
So you can even have assorted.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
You can have more than one in a bowl.
So,
yeah.
so what are the different plants we're looking at here? Because they're just gorgeous.
So they are all in the cacti and then succulent family.
Okay.
But that
so these guys won't consume a lot of water.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. That with the red top is called a toffee cactus.
Ooh.
And then that one is called a miniature barrel cactus.
This one here.
Yes, the one with the spikes.
Yes,
Right in front, and then there's a little one by the side, and then the other one is called a Hawaithia. Yeah, it's kind of in the aloe vera family.
It's similar to
exactly.
Okay,
exactly. So that's a baby
of this.
Exactly. Aww. And this is also in that same family.
And then this massive one.
Yes.
In the family as these little ones.
Yes, please.
What is this one called?
It's also a cactus.
Cactus.
Yeah.
Now I see that you've colored. Are these stones?
Yes, they are all real stones, colorful stones.
What informed that?
Well, just to make it more interesting and fascinating, I think.
So if you want to do this at home, for instance, where do we even start from? Those of us who don't have any creative bone in our body.
before I was doing Plantarina as a side business, but now it's a full-time business.
Wow.
So as part of my
Congratulations, first of all. It says a lot about the value you're offering.
Thank you. So I have in my plans to actually start training and then how to be able to buy your own little plants and put them together in a very creative way.
Okay.
Yeah, I intend to put all of that into what the long plan.
Okay, so people can actually consult you and find out how to do it on their own. This little fella.
Yeah, that's a peace lily, or you can call it a spathiphyllum.
Oh.
Yes, also a very small peace lily. So we have the very big one. So this is like a dex peace lily that you can place by your decks in the office. It also cleans the air.
Does it consume a lot of water?
Not at all.
It's gorgeous.
Not at all. Thank you.
Now the superstar of the day, the massive one.
Yeah.
The bigger version of this one.
Yes. That's called an areca palm.
Okay.
Yes. It grows bigger than this, and you see one thing about plants is they can grow. You can allow them to be what they want to be, but if you don't want them to grow too much, you can always prune them. Because as you can see, if you would realize, this is a new frond coming. So with time, the older ones all around it will also die off.
Yeah.
Just like life process. Yeah. When new ones are coming, old ones are making way for new ones. Exactly. Yeah. So gardening is not just about just buying the plant and putting it down. You really need to take care of it as well.
Wow.
So that it makes it, they can also reward you by growing. And then when you see them, you are happy that you are doing a good job.
Okay. Now, how does it help? I mean, we've talked about, the benefits of having plants indoors and outdoors, but how does it help with even just your emotional health?
Okay, so personally, when I am very stressed or when I'm not in the mood to really be around anything, or I'm not in that, happy, I just go around the garden or come close to my plant and I'll just spot that maybe a plant I thought wasn't doing well will start to sprout or flower, and that would instantly boost my, my mood.
Yeah.
You understand? And I think it goes a long way to affect me in a very positive way.
Wow.
By making you happy.
When did your love affair with plants begin? Because I'm interested in learning about
so
that.
It started when I had my national service at Hot Serve Landscapes. Tema.
Okay.
I worked with a renowned landscaper, Patrick Masupe.
Wow.
So that is where my my love for gardening actually got nurtured. Yes.
And then after that, what was the light bulb that made you say, okay, I want to continue on to serve by providing these beautiful plants to people?
Well, I didn't even start by wanting to create a niche or a business out of it. I got myself a little apartment. I was just moving and I said, I've always wanted plants, but now that I have my own space, let me try putting one or two. And I love to take pictures. So then I took
So we're looking at some
pictures.
of your work there.
Yeah.
So let's hold on to this, the one before that. This one.
Yeah.
What goes into a space like this?
When you say what goes into the space, as in?
Like when you moved into your apartment. It's bare.
Yeah.
How do you decide, okay, let me position one here where the sunlight can hit it. This one can go to the centerpiece. How do you do all that magic?
Okay, so that plant right in the corner with the very broad leaves is a fiddle leaf or the Ficus lyrata.
Okay.
And it also thrives in bright indirect light. So as you can see, that's a voile. Okay, in a window just beside it. So then I tell myself, if you put the Ficus lyrata there, it will enjoy some amount of shade, and then again some light coming in from the window. That was what informed my decision for placing that plant there.
Wow.
And then again, my client wanted a plant that would give that bold, prominent look. And when you look at the leaves, you can't just pass without noticing it.
You can't.
Exactly. So that's why I chose the Ficus lyrata.
Wow. Okay, we're going to see some more of your work. Ooh.
Okay. So that's a Sansevieria or the snake plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is bold.
Yes.
Which plant
So
is
that's a trailing plant. It's called the golden pothos or scindapsus.
Wow.
Yes.
So how do you learn all these things? Just from your national service, or you
just from my national service?
Wow. Yes. Can I do a national service with you?
I learned them all on the job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I love this.
Yeah.
What's next for you? How do we preach the gospel of plantscaping?
Okay, so for now, I think we are quite loud on Instagram because that's where we started actually. So if you want to follow
pictures, by the way.
Thank you. So if you want to follow what we do and then our works, you would have to check us out on Instagram at PlantarenaGH. That's all.
I hope you will do like some classes. I really hope you start a YouTube channel. So that those of us at home, when we buy it, we can actually, follow and but I love the fact that this is just perfect. It looks like you put a lot of thoughts into each piece so that your clients feel satisfied. But any last words on plantscaping in general, how we should make it part of our lives?
Okay, so I think you don't really need much to bring in natural plant, because aside the plant beautifying your home or your space, the health benefit that comes with it, so you don't have to break a bank to do that, but try as much as possible to keep some healthy greens around you. Okay, because even if you you can agree with me, you can walk into some of the shopping malls, and when you ask the price of like an artificial plant, sometimes it's even twice expensive than the natural plant. And I wonder what that will give you. It sits there just to collect dust, and what else?
That's it.
Give you extra work to be dusting here and there. But then with a natural plant, aside you taking care of it, it teaches you a lot of things like patience and humility, trust, because you find yourself holding a little pot of plant, and then some few weeks to come, you see it growing, that you have to report into. It tells you there's something, So that trust, that hope, and also to know that you are doing something that is yielding result goes a long way to affect your life. So I think gardening is good, and then it's rewarding. So everybody should give it a try.
Thank you so much, Aisha.
Thank you too.
Your Instagram handle again?
At PlantarenaGH.
PlantarenaGH.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on City TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on City TV.